is pretty much what I do when I can't take my car to the track because of the weather. And unfortunately, it's been like this a lot recently. All right, actually, in all seriousness, I don't literally sit in my car and practice shifting to the audio of me racing in a prior video. But what I am serious about is the fact that the audio that you just heard was not actually placed in the video. It was being played by this. This is a KOVE portable speaker. It's called the Commuter. It's pretty awesome. It looks like a tall can of soda or a big energy drink. But that's the first thing that I thought when I saw it. It's really lightweight. It's made really nice. It's waterproof. There's an indoor and outdoor setting. I was using the outdoor setting for that one. The indoor setting has a little bit more bass response. It's got a little subwoofer right here, as you can see on the bottom. You would normally place it on a table or something like this. You could also place it like that. It does have an auxiliary input as well as a way to charge it. If you don't want to use, Bluetooth, you can just plug something into there to play the audio. You can also answer phone calls if you are connected via Bluetooth on your phone. It has a little microphone right there. This is actually the volume. Turn the top here. The top of the soda can. It even has this little nice startup music when you turn it on. Nice little acoustic guitar, and even when you turn it off too. Be sure to check them out, KOVE speakers, KOVE. I'm going to have the link below for you guys in the description of the video. I really like it a lot. It's portable. It's got amazing sound quality for how big it is. And like I said, it looks like a can of soda. I actually may have invented something right there. Imagine that, if you could actually pour something in the speaker and drink out of it while listening to music. I'm not sure how that'd be possible, but that was an idea that I just came up with. I'm not going to play any music for you guys because it's probably going to get flagged for copyright infringement on the video. But yes, it is basically meant to play music, not to sit in your car and practice racing at the drag strip. But anyways, let's get started with this video. Oh yeah, we got the car in the trailer right now, parked in my driveway, as you can see. And it's been here for this whole week because, well, the weather hasn't been the best. Alrighty. So as you can see right here, this is the GoPro Hero 7 Black, and a little video comparison between the Canon G7X, which is right here, set up on a tripod, versus the GoPro Hero 7. Lots of difference right here, as you can see. The Canon is a little more of a real-world picture as far as the eye goes, like what the eye would see, and the GoPro is, I guess, a little more fisheye, a little more of a different aspect ratio. As far as the quality is concerned, I mean, the Canon is obviously a bigger, better quote-unquote camera, but the stabilization of the GoPro is kind of what led me to get this camera. Is it better than the Canon stabilization? I don't know yet, but it is very, very smooth. I will give it that. And it kind of goes back to the old school thing. When I used to vlog with this camera, I'd walk around basically like this with this is all I had with me the whole time. Just this little stick that you can hold it with. And there's actually a tripod on the bottom of this. Those of you guys that use GoPro and would like to get something like this, look at that. Tripod comes out of the bottom, you screw it on, and boom. And then you can sit it wherever you want. You can sit it on a table, you can sit it on the ground, and then you can move this up and down, obviously. So that was very nice to have that. The convenience of that collapsible tripod kind of like hides away in there. But there's this here. I have the Joby tripod, which is pretty awesome if you guys ever use one of these, but it's big. It's about, I don't know, a little over a foot and a half tall as is right now. A lot of times when I walk around with it, I'm afraid to break it. And this isn't even a DSLR. Some guys come these big cameras with the microphone and everything. This is a little more compact for vlogging, which is why I liked it. But the GoPro is like even more compact. So like the cool thing about it is, I don't know, I might switch back to this just because it's easier and it just feels more natural to be on video. I don't have to worry about like what I look like in the camera. I just point it to myself and it shows me and I go and say whatever. With the Canon, I'm always, as you can see there, you can see yourself. So it's like a selfie type mode, I guess you could say, for vlogging, and you're constantly looking at yourself and you can see yourself at the top of the camera here, and kind of distracts you from what you're saying on video. You know, like I said, there are pros and cons of both cameras. Let me know below in the comments, what do you think I should stick with using? I know the audio on the Canon is way better, as you can tell between the, the shots I'm doing here in the video. That's because the GoPro is waterproof, and it has a film over the microphone in order to, so water doesn't get through the microphone. That's why it always seems muffled, because technically it is being muffled. Either way, sorry, this is kind of a long drawn out comparison between these cameras. I didn't really intend to put this on video, but or for it to be this long, but I wanted to let you guys know kind of what I'm doing here. And let me know below what you think. Which camera should I use? But for now, we're going to use the Canon G7X to do the rest of the video. And this is gonna be sort of a commentary because I actually recorded the video with this, the whole thing. Unfortunately, I did it in not the right resolution and not the right aspect ratio, so it doesn't look good. The whole video recorded on this by mistake because I don't know, I screwed the settings up on it or something. So we're going to just do a little commentary here for you guys. I do have footage that I got from that camera to show, so there will be some footage of that, as well as my other GoPro that I used on the 2017. So we went to the track the other day. I brought both cars, full intention of running both cars in the quarter mile, and unfortunately when we got there it had rained overnight, which wasn't a big issue. It's like, okay, we'll just let the track dry off. But after a 2-hour late start, it was about 11 o'clock, they were supposed to start at 9, we had word that they decided to only do 8th mile for the rest of the day. I was bummed, obviously, because I went to Cecil County wanting to do quarter mile. It's one of the best tracks in the area to do that on. The prep is great, the air is great, and the elevation is great. Unfortunately, I was bummed about it because I was really hoping to set a fast time with this car, maybe get into the 8s with this car, as well as the twin turbo ZL1 to see what that could do, see if we could get it over 150 miles an hour in the quarter, and obviously break into the 9s with the car. I was hoping maybe later that it would dry up and maybe they would start running the quarter mile, but they were doing 4 events that day, 4 different classes, and they were all competitions. So they can't start a competition with an 8th mile and finish the competition with a quarter mile. I completely understood that. But what I did was I went and asked the guy, I said, hey, I'm in test and tune, maybe if there's a possibility at the end of the day, could you let the test and tune guys run down the quarter mile, maybe 1 or 2 passes? And they said, yeah, it's a possibility. So what we did was I started to run the 2017 ZL1, and just to see what it would do in cooler weather. Now when I was getting ready to do my first pass, what I did was I put a GoPro and I attached it to the screen, the touch screen on the center console, and basically used a suction cup and then mounted it pointing toward the speedometer and the tachometer so you could see the gauges while I was going down the track. And it worked out perfectly. So I got good footage of that on 2 passes. I'll show you guys here in a second. And this right here will be my first pass.
It shifted really well though. We hit 116.
So I definitely went faster than last time in the 8th mile. 116 compared to I think 113 is what I did last time, which is definitely getting up there. I mean, that's trapping pretty high for a quote-unquote slower time. That trap speed's more of like a low 6, like a 6.1 or 6.2 or something like that, maybe even a 6.0. And this thing is just, obviously it's not getting off the line like it should because it's not building boost at all. I'm just on the stock converter with the car. I don't have a 2-step, nothing like that. So I can only build so much boost until it wants to then push through the brakes, and that's as far as it will go. Until I get a stall converter, which I figured out somebody does make for this car. I think it's ATI who makes a stall converter for the 10-speed auto. So I may or may not be getting one. I'm not sure yet. I know I said I wouldn't take this car like down and do a drag build with it, but a converter does help in different aspects, not just drag racing. We'll see what I decide, but there is one available, so that is a plus. People are starting to make parts for this transmission, which I am happy about. When we get ready to turn this thing up, we're definitely going to need some stuff like that, because I don't think the transmission is going to last or handle what I'm about to do with the car. So anyways, we did a second follow-up pass. Now, as far as the Freedom Rocket goes, I took that car as well, like I said, but I wasn't able to make any good passes with the car because they ended up shutting the track down at the end of the day. I was in there in the staging lanes ready to make that pass to see what it would do with the 300 shot on the car, but unfortunately I was unable to make that pass because there was a car that wrecked like 4 cars ahead of me, and Lauren actually got some footage of that.
The wind going to Joanne Feliciano. 458 with a 2, 156 with Burkhoff. Car started sliding around. Boy, knocked the damn wall off.
So unfortunately after that it was shut down for at least half hour, I'd say 45 minutes, maybe even more. And the dew point was kind of reaching us, so the track was starting to get wet again, and a lot of guys were calling it. They just all left the staging lanes, so I didn't really want to risk it or risk this car and how much power it's putting down. Like I don't want to risk anything like that if the track's wet. So I went out of the staging lanes and put it back in the trailer. So unfortunately, we've had 2, I shouldn't say unsuccessful, well, definitely one unsuccessful racing day last weekend, or a weekend prior to this, when we went to Slipstream, try to do roll racing, and it rained all day. Unfortunately, that was kind of a wash. And this was sort of like sucked because I was hoping to do it a quarter mile for you guys, but unfortunately we didn't get to that. However, I tried to make the most out of it and get you guys a video, because I know I haven't been doing a lot of videos lately. One of the reasons is I've been working a lot. I'm working 6 days this week, so it is pretty tough, you know, especially now it's getting cold in PA. It is boost weather though, so that is good for the cars. But the colder it gets, the more like you don't want to be outside doing things. I hate the cold weather. I don't know how you guys are, but that's how I am. We do have some plans this winter though for this car. Not going to say what it is yet. And as far as the twin turbo ZL1, we do have some plans for that you guys aren't going to want to miss. Stay tuned for it because, well, we're getting ready to turn it up. I'm not going to go like full send on the car because, like I said, we don't want to blow up that transmission, because I'm pretty sure the new 10-speed auto is not cheap. But we are going to push it a little bit to see what kind of power we can make. I think one of the higher horsepower ZL1s, the new ones, the 6th gen ZL1s, I think they're coming in somewhere around 1100 wheel horsepower, which we're almost there with 93, which is crazy. What my goal is around 1200 horsepower to see if we can get 1200 out of it. I think it's easily achievable on the setup that I have, considering how high we've gotten it with literally just 93 gas, and that is it. Pretty excited to do that. We're going to be doing that here in the next week or two. Waiting for a fuel pump coming in. It's kind of not a custom job, but it will be once it's done. The company is actually testing it on my car, and if it fits on my car, they're going to make a bracket so it can bolt to other 6th gen Camaros. So that's kind of cool, pretty exciting. I know I'm like talking a lot here because I got so much stuff I want to tell you guys because I haven't done a video in so long. So I hope you guys are still watching. Hope I didn't lose you here. This is me literally on my work day trying to get you guys some sort of an update and tell you guys what's going on in between like trying to sleep and work. And another thing too, I haven't mentioned these in a while, Sended hoodies, we got them. They are online, they're in stock. It's getting cold now up here in the north, so definitely get them while you can. I have that link below for you in the description. A lot of people were asking me why I was unable to attend the event at Maple Grove last weekend, and I just, honestly, I had a prior plan, a prior engagement. I was invited to the race at Cecil County where I took both of these cars, and they actually put this car on a flyer. I had no idea about it until someone sent it to me, and I was like, well, I guess I'll be going to that. And then after that, after I made those plans, I was obviously called out on video to go there, but like I said, guys, I had prior plans, and I was also trying to fit in celebrating Lauren's birthday that weekend because the weekend prior we were just busy and we couldn't do it. So I did make a promise to her, and I put her before a lot of things in my life right now, so I wanted her to be able to celebrate her birthday and have fun. I know you guys have been asking me about it on Instagram, and you've probably been commenting on YouTube about it as well, so I figured I would answer your questions for you. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you're coming here and watching me for the first time, please be sure to hit that subscribe button below, and have a great day.